Today we talk with Louisiana high school recruiting guru Lee Burkeen, owner of Louisiana Football Magazine.
My dad was a youth league coach growing up, and so I had the satisfaction of growing up with a coach as a dad. And so you're learning 3-4 defenses when you're like 6, you know, and you're learning the game, and you're joking with your uncles and your dad about the Super Bowl and who's going to win and naming all the players. And so I started collecting football cards when I was a little kid, memorizing the starters at the age of 4. Yeah, before kindergarten. So, but my dad, Clyde Burkeen Sr., who's deceased, was a longtime Breck football coach from Greensburg, Louisiana, and you know, he was my hero. He's the reason why I'm in the business I'm in today. So when people say, "Well, you're a walking encyclopedia," they can thank my dad for his knowledge and his information. It just went to me and my mom Dolores LeBlanc, who's now Dolores Thompson, originally from St. Gabriel, and my stepdad Carl Thompson. They've been very, very a part of my life, support, being there for me, helping the business grow. My mom left the food service business at Broadmoor, working for the state, to come work with me for free for a year. A thermal fax machine was the only thing I owned when I started my company out of my apartment, which was a 1-bedroom apartment back in 1995. And she became my secretary, my accountant, you name it. And also I've got some uncles. My uncle Ted LeBlanc, my uncle Joe LeBlanc were entrepreneurs. They were tough on me as a kid. If it wasn't for how hard they were on me as uncles, and I watched how they made things. I mean, they were very talented people. That had an impact on my life. When I actually say I had $10 to my name and a car and an apartment, and I had a football card collection, that's all I had to get my line of credit. So my banker, Warren Crone, thank you. In '96, we had our first magazine, and we had some recruits on the cover. And I remember doing it, saying, I hope people like it. And Andre, I remember going to deliver these magazines myself. I was distribution. I was editor, distribution, writer, salesman. I was everything. Water boy. I was the whole shebang. And I was delivering them to the Barnes and Nobles and the stores and saying, please take my magazine. And doing consignment where they didn't even pay me up front. And after a couple of months, they sold out. Some of them sold out in a week, and I got calls from parents saying, man, this is great. This is great that our kids are in this. We need this. Louisiana needs this. And I said, I think I'm onto something here. I'm onto something that people feel the passion and they see the need for this like I did, my mom and everybody else involved. And since '96, we've been printing Louisiana Football Magazine, doing a preview every year on all the schools in the state, colleges, high schools, the Saints, about the coaches, and then we started a TV show on Cox 4. Thank you, Eric Coleman and Jason Ferret and everybody involved. But we're going into year 6 this coming September in '09, which that was a dream of mine to have a show. And I have a video company now that we film games of the recruits statewide. We do all the schools in the state. And I have film guys in every city, and I'll watch these films, break it down, and sell that to colleges. So I will watch 350 to 400 games statewide, everybody at least once, break that down on a notebook. I do it in a way that I can code it and break it down to where I can go back and rank them by position in the state and give that to the schools a year in advance. I've got people that help me now. I've got employees. My Aunt Carol Kinchin, I need to make sure that she's in on this. She's been a miracle for my company as a marketing director for me and helping me with photos. But my satisfaction is helping a kid maybe get a better scholarship, even though the high school coach is helping them do that, but helping them broaden it a little more. Being involved in that, seeing that kid grow up into a man and play for the Saints one day like Randall Gay, and then you have him on your show. It's surreal.